Hello everyone. I hope you liked my August challenge about meditation, and now it's on to my September challenge. Let's go! Watching TV and movies has been a big part of my life over the last 10 to 15 years. I was so big into movies as a teenager that my first job was actually at the movie theaters in my local town. And during this part of my life, when I was sort of a teenager and working at the movie theaters, I definitely consumed the most amount of movies ever in my life. Went through a very big period of just watching a lot of old movies, new movies, bad movies. It was a big part of my life at that time. And even now, I love TV shows, movies, and over the last few years I've been really getting into YouTube videos, and that's sort of why I've started to do these videos about my challenges, because I've liked it so much and wanted to try it out. With TV becoming so accessible now with platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and even YouTube, it's so easy to watch your movies and your TVs and everything. It's so easy to get to, and there's so much content that's so easily available. You can watch it, and as long as you can stay up, you can binge whatever you want. It's so accessible. Also, with this current pandemic that's going on right now, with lockdowns and not being able to socialize as much as we were used to, it seems like people are doing binge watching more and more and more, and it's almost becoming the norm now, from what it was before. And even my wife and I, we've definitely during these last 9 months now, we've definitely been binging and sitting and watching TV quite often. So when I was thinking about a challenge to do in September, it was almost like a no-brainer to try to not watch any TV for a whole month, as I knew it would definitely make me uncomfortable. Thinking back, I think the last time I would have either did an extended period of time without watching TV, with maybe even more than a week, would be either the last time I went on vacation or when I would go camping as a Boy Scout when I was a teenager, which is a long time ago. Now, before I started this challenge, I wanted to do some research on the health, how watching TV sort of affects your health, if there's any benefits or anything like that, and mostly what I found was pretty bad. So when I did look through Google and did my research, I came sort of across two major things that I found that really stuck with me. The first one was in 2019. The University College of London put a team together to do some research on TV watching. They found that adults that watched at least 3 hours of TV would result in as much as 10% decrease in verbal memory, as it would be taking away from stimulating activities such as exercise and reading. Another study I found was Mayo Clinic Proceedings Journal, which they concluded that the amount of TV you watch plays a part in delaying or prevent adverse health conditions. The study was completed on approximately 500,000 individuals between the ages of 37 and 76 from 2006 to 2018. They found that 6% of all deaths could be prevented or delayed if individuals limited their TV watching time to no more than 2 hours a day. Additionally, they found that by limiting your TV watching time to less than 2 hours, 8% of cardiovascular disease could be delayed or prevented. Also, they indicated that with extended TV watching, unhealthy snacking with a lower social economic status played a part. Now, doctors indicated that further research is required if a more concrete guideline on TV watching time is to be obtained. Based on these two studies, I think the really unhealthy thing about TV watching is that it just prevents you from doing healthy things. Um, yeah, it just takes away time that you could be doing reading, exercising, um, socializing, doing other things that are probably better for your health. Now, with sort of the research done now, let's get onto my actual challenge and what I thought of it. So my challenge for the month was to not use my TV at all, and not watch, any streaming service, any TV, any movies, and as well as YouTube, anything on YouTube from my TV, my smartphone, anything. Just cut it completely out. I was actually kind of nervous to do this because, like I said before, I don't quite remember the last time I went an extended period of time without watching TV. I mean, something that my wife and I would usually do if we're having supper by ourselves, we would usually put a TV show on and sort of watch that when we would be having supper. So I wasn't really sure what was going to happen with all this extra time I was going to have, especially sort of in the evenings and during the weekends when I wasn't working. There's going to be a lot of extra time to do stuff. So yeah, but with how nervous I was actually really happy that I did this challenge, as it definitely got me in my to be uncomfortable. But the sort of downside is that I saw was that I started to use my phone and social media accounts more because of just more downtime, and I didn't really want to do anything, so I would use my screen time definitely went up. However, like I said, I'm happy I did this challenge, and there was a lot of positives to it, and let's get into those. It may sound crazy, but something that came out of this that I didn't really think about beforehand was how much time TV was taking away from me and my wife just having regular conversations. And during the month we had a lot of those, and it was actually really great. And it's probably the best thing I've sort of thought about that came out of this challenge, is just how much more we talk to each other now. Not that we didn't talk to each other before, it's just we just have more conversations, which is really good. The other thing that was positive is that since we didn't have as much to do in the evenings, we would actually go to bed earlier every night, just because of nothing to do. And usually if I wasn't quite tired when we go to bed, I would start reading more, so my reading started to go up, which was really good. There's lots of benefits to that, as like they said in the studies that TV took away from those things, and I was actually doing them. It was great. The other thing I liked about going to bed earlier, it gave me some time to sort of just calm down and relax and, read and stuff, and it actually made it easier to get to bed because I wasn't as stimulated before going to bed, which was a great thing. So I definitely had some better sleep during this challenge, or during this month. One thing I didn't really notice was any sort of changes to my health, and I think that was primarily, besides more sleep, but like anything else, I think it was just too short of a period of time to really see any effects other than maybe sleep. So that was it, just the short period of time I did this challenge, that was it. So with these takeaways, and it actually being December now, I think what I've really taken away from this is, we've started watching TV again, but I think I'm just more aware of how a lot of TV watching can affect you, and I've seen the positives to it, so I think now I'm just more aware of how much TV I'm watching and trying to reduce it, because I still like those things. I just try to do moderation and not try to watch a lot of TV, even though sometimes I do, but I still try to reduce it, where I didn't really do that before. So it's really good. So that's the end of this challenge, and for my next challenge in October, as you probably heard, I started to do more social media and be on my phone more because I had less of, I didn't have TV to watch. So I thought, hey, let's cut social media out of my life for an entire month and see how that goes. So that's going to be my October challenge, is no social media, and yeah, that will be the next video. So as again, I'm trying to get these all done by the end of the year, so please stick around as it should be out in the next few days. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're liking this content that I'm making about my challenges, please subscribe, as there's definitely going to be more coming in the future. I've got a whole thing planned for 2021, so wait for that to come along. And yeah, again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.